Hey everyone, it's WHM Bros back with another video, and today I will be showing you how a review of the Snowtrooper Battle Pack. This set was just released on January 1st, 2022. It is retailing for $20, which has been a $5 price jump in battle packs, and that is disappointing, but they've also made room for the new minifigure packs, and when that is going to release in the US is uncertain, but when that does come out, look forward to that review if you like the last review that I did on the AT-ST, which I'll link in the description below. So this is an overall decent set. It is not great that it is $20 now, but it's still worth your money in my opinion. If you really want to stock up on your Stormtrooper or your Snowtroopers, it does come with a neat new Scout Trooper, and it is overall a great set. It does have 105 pieces as a battle pack. Doesn't have that many pieces, and then the set number is 75320. If you like to know that. So just to run down, first of all, I'm going to go over the box and the instructions, and then I am going to take a look at the minifigures and then the builds. And so that's going to be about it for this review, and then at the very end, I'll do a final thoughts on it all, and just, tell you my final thoughts on this entire thing. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to show you the box art. So the box art, I went over this in my AT-ST video. I really like the new design. I'm not going to go into super much detail. Nice Hoth theme behind it with each little thing up here with the new Scout Trooper. The minifigures down here, I really like the way they're doing this now. It's a nice Darth Vader here. The black box art at the side, not much interesting. Top, you get your little Snowtrooper with actual size. And then this side, you get the nice little Hoth logo that they're using, and then a nice little image here with the Scout Trooper on the bottom. Pretty boring. And then the back, you get your average, kind of little battle pack scene, just some stuff, and then there is the new stud shooter, which we're going to be taking a look at, and I'm going to go over what I think of that. I think overall it's pretty good, but that's pretty much the box. Very simple. I'm just going to keep it pretty quick. If you really want to hear what my more full thoughts on the new box are, you can look at my AT-ST video, which I went more in depth in that. The instructions, pretty simple. They are small, they're not that big. They're maybe the size of my hand. It does give you a little QR code. I think that's for the 3D, but I may be wrong. Instructions that you can scan. In the back, it does give you this nice little scene, which they don't do much anymore. It gives you this, which was also in the AT-ST instructions with these new sets, and it does not include the minifigure packs, which is interesting. And then it has all the Hoth sets they've released in the last year. It is now doing this new thing and has your little progress thing. Weird thing is this guy doesn't even have a helmet. He's just, or I guess that's what I think it's one of the women. But it's really strange. Very strange that they did that without the helmet. Why couldn't they just add the helmet? But pretty simple. It walks you through the basic steps. Nothing too interesting there. So now, let's get into the minifigure review section. Alright, so this is the first minifigure. It's your regular, generic Snowtrooper. Pretty simple. Nice helmet, though. As they always do. They have a nice helmet. Nice torso printing. It's great that they're now doing that leg printings, and it really flows into that, and I really like that look. He's got a blaster. And then you've got your tan hands, and then just a nice back printing there. The helmet does come off, and you'll turn around, and this is a woman, so they're really trying to push, I guess, diversity in these figures now. So you do have another of the exact same Snowtrooper, but it has a different head. And so it is cool and nice to have, like, different faces, because you can really build your army of different people. And these were really not, like, the same. They were different. They were just recruits from the Empire, and I think LEGO's starting to add some more diversity into it. And some people don't like it, but I think it's really cool, because it, like, gives you a different army. It really can allow you to build your army. This figure here is the, other Snowtrooper. It's the same, but it's just got a longer blaster. And again, the face is different. So that's that face. So you actually get a different face in all of these. And they're really trying on all of the figures in this. And then the last figure, which I really like what LEGO did here with the new Scout Trooper, that they've switched so that it is actually, instead of being a lot of black, it's all gray, and I really like the way it looks. I think it's a really clean look. On the back, it does have an extra tube here, which I don't really know what that's for, but same kind of thing. They've just switched a lot of things out with gray, so you've got your really nice, I just love the way this figure looks. It's got a small blaster, just like that. Pretty simple. Figures are nothing, like, super spectacular, but it is really nice to stock up on these, especially one who hasn't been collecting Legos for a while. You know, it's nice to get some new troops that I haven't gotten a lot. And it allows me to fill my AT-AT a little bit more. You can't see that, but you get the point. And if you have an UCS, that is an awesome set to get. And you want to fill it completely with minifigs, you are actually going to need to buy 12 of these battle packs just to fill it with your Snowtroopers. Which is kind of interesting that, you know, like, LEGO some people are going to be willing to do that. But, so you can go check, anything on that out. I do not have that set. I wish I did, but I don't, sadly. And now let's get into the actual build section of this. Okay, so the first build that I'm going to be taking a look at is the E-Web cannon. And they have changed it around a little. I've got the other one from the AT set right here. And you'll notice there are some differences. So, first of all, if you take a look at these side by side, you'll notice that this one doesn't have the stud shooter, this one does. So this stud shooter is very interesting. It's very bulky, but it actually doesn't necessarily, I mean, it looks bad, but it doesn't look as bad as, honestly, I think the other stud shooters do. And it actually is pretty cool. It shoots pretty far. It's impressive, the firepower it actually holds. But I don't love it. So, again, I'm going to take it off. And you probably replace it with similar to this. But for the purposes of this review, I will keep it on. So basically, that's an interesting twist. Now, this main lower structure is no different. This is the same as this. But they did decide to switch this piece for this, which I like, because I didn't like how much this kind of, like, stuck out. And I feel like this is just a little better. Maybe it's less accurate. I haven't really looked into that, but I just like the way this creates more of a barrel look and less of, like, this weird thing that sticks out. So that's nice to have. And it still has that, like, nice look where it's coming into that, but it's just not as bulky, and I love that. So the next build is going to be this little, like, snowdrift kind of thing. And you can put your little minifigure back here, or you just stick him on this, and it's actually pretty nice. You can either, LEGO actually shows him like this, so you can, like, stick him just like this, and have him firing like that. But I have also, if you switch the blaster hand, you can put it in the other hand, and I found that you can just stick it in the same position, but just like this, and he's like, it just kind of rests in there nicely, and I feel like it's a really nice look. They did a really good job with this, and I think that, you know, you can position them in all kinds of places, and obviously they don't have the studs back here, which I kind of wish they did, because you could have another guy there. Like, you can position them all over the place. And I think it looks really nice. And I think it's really well done with the Snowtrooper there. And, you know, maybe it's not the nicest, but I think it's one of the better Battle Pack builds, because they'll usually do something like this. But in this case, it really works. It really works. It's something that I might think I'd see in Hoth. So that's really nice to get something that's a little more accurate, like just like that. I am realizing I have created, so these are this Snowtrooper is from the AT-AT, this one is from the Battle Pack. It does have this thing. I mixed it up. This one is the wrong one, but that's okay. And then, finally, the last build is the Speeder. And this is a greatly improved, it's the same one as the UCS AT-AT, but a lot of people don't necessarily have that, so I'm just going to do a full rundown of this. It's a greatly improved new design. I love the way it is. It works. It's a really nice speeder. Very well thought out. You still do have, your little handlebars. And then down here you've got your cannon. And then these are actually significantly shorter. Now they've changed the way they're doing it. So that's good to see, because the other ones were really long. It didn't look as good. Same kind of design for these, but they do have these little flaps back here, and I really like the way it looks. And some nice detail down here. And what they've changed is the guy doesn't anymore sit flat like this. He's actually can be put at an angle. I mean, I guess you could put him in sort of flat. But what you can do is you can put him really either at, like, standing, which I asked you to do before, or, like, at this angle that really is just like it was whenever they're riding. They have this angle. And obviously their feet are not on the pedals, because it's not how minifigs work. I mean, maybe you could build one that looks sort of like it is, but it'd be hard. And so I think it's a really good, I think it's a great depiction of the speeder. I think they really did a nice job with it. They've just got this little thing over here, which I guess is maybe another cannon. It's a nice support too. Just hold it up so it's not tilting down. And that's it for the builds and stuff. But I think it's overall, it's a nice battle pack. And you get 4 minifigures. Yeah, maybe the price has gone up, but I think they did a nice job. So, going into my final thoughts on this. Overall, it's maybe not so much worth $20. But I think I am willing, and I think it is worth buying this set. It may not be worth $20, but I think it is worth picking it up. Even though it may be a little bit expensive for a battle pack, it's still worth just, buying for this, because even if it's more money, I think it's still worth buying a bunch of these, just because it's a nice looking set. It's a nice set. It's well thought out. The new box art is phenomenal. I love it. I don't think Lego could have, maybe they could have come up with a little bit better design, but I think it's a really good look. The speeder looks so nice. It just kind of has a nice feel about it. I don't love the turret, but the stud shooter, but it looks fine. It's meant to be a playset, so that's just kind of like a playset. But overall, I think it's worth picking up. Even though it's $20, I think it's worth buying a couple of these, building your army of Snowtroopers. I think it's just a nice battle pack. And like I've said multiple times, even though it's $20, I still think it's worth it. It's just it's this kind of thing from this battle pack. Maybe they've upped the price, but it's $5. It is a difference, but in my opinion, it's not big enough that's going to stop me from buying a bunch of these. And then, finally, if you'd like to see more reviews, I have already released my ATST review. And then, whenever the other two minifigure packs come out and I'm able to get my hands on some, I'll do a review of those. Those should be good to do a review of. Definitely. It'll be interesting to see how that compares to a battle pack, which is now $5 more, so that now there is minifigure packs, which is a great start for Star Wars. And then I should be releasing an improvement video for the ATST soon. If you want some more of that, you will get it. Just a few. It's going to be really short. Just only a few things that I'm going to change. Not much more with that. Also, look forward to seeing another mock that I've made. So a lot of videos coming out in the next future. And maybe a video with just all the sets, like all these Hoth sets. Once I pick them all up, I'll do a video. So if you're looking forward to any of that, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, consider leaving a like. But that's about it. So without further ado, this is WHM Brick Bros signing off.